Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, and welcome to this week's Weekly Energy Boost. My name is Elisheva, and today Eitan and I are exploring the power of miracles and how we ourselves can take that leap of faith and activate access to the what the Kabbalists call the realm of miracles. So last week, we were talking about how to move forward when things are not clear or you're not certain of the outcome or how to get there. This week's energy lends itself to a continuation of that exploration in a way, but provides us with more space to create, not just to walk into an uncertain future and have the utmost consciousness, the highest mindset possible, but literally, what are the steps that we can take that ensure that we will be able to experience a miraculous outcome? Weekly Energy Boost is a 7-day spiritual weather forecast where we provide our listeners with the most powerful and practical tools to navigate the coming 7 days. We do that by gleaning through the wisdom of Kabbalah and cherry-picking the most powerful and practical wisdom and tools to help you take advantage of what this week has to offer. But every episode ends up offering timeless wisdom and timeless tools, regardless of the situation. So this week, we're capturing this monumental jump into the unknown, again, carrying us through that same theme, but combined with the power of the new moon that we're now in this, I would say, more free-thinking, more unlimited, more in a way, undefined capacity that allows us to embrace possibilities that might not necessarily seem logical or linear or even expected. And so part of our conversation today is really how can we harness the gift of this week so that in the coming 365 days of the year, we have a greater aptitude for accessing miracles, not only when we need them, when we can perceive that there is a dramatic twist of events that needs to take place, but also to keep the miracles going, even when things are not dark or unclear. So the Kabbalists give us those two perspectives. A miracle is not only when there's a beautiful turn of events in your favor, when nature does the opposite for you, what's unexpected. But also, if you look at the world today, living a miraculous life means living a life with unending blessings. And so that's really our starting point for today, how to tap into this week's energy and this month's energy to create that unlimited experience of light and blessings for the entire year. Eitan, where do we begin?
So I will begin by asking a question. And the question is it okay to ask for miracles? Some of us might think it's not exactly spiritual to ask for the Creator, God, Creator, I need a miracle. It's not humble. We need to accept whatever it is and it's all for the good. And the answer is, we definitely need to ask for miracle. And as Elisheva, you mentioned, not just when I desperately need a salvation from a major pain and major chaos in our life. Yes, that's asking for miracles in a reactive way. Because let's look at the big picture. The big picture, the Creator, the source, the light, is infinite energy of giving that wants to bestow His beneficence in our life in an unlimited way. And you know what does it mean personally to us? Personally to us, it means that every day, if I'm really allowing that infiniteness, that Ein Sof, into my life, I would experience blessings beyond my expectation, which we call it miracles. Unlimited. If the light is unlimited, connecting to the light is experiencing blessings and reality beyond beliefs, expectation, normal. So the idea of asking for miracles is actually opening ourselves, opening our vessel to the unlimited experience of the Creator, because we all are aware that while most of the days we are confined with our limited mind and limited logic, if that's what actually drives me, I need this, I need that, I need a fix, I'm not with the Creator. So power of actually alignment with the Creator is opening my vessel beyond logic. So as you said, Elisheva, I had an amazing day today, and I'm safe, and I don't feel afraid that I felt yesterday. Is that what life is about? Every day, the Creator wants to provide us a miraculous reality beyond my old limited beliefs of yesterday. Every day. While this weak energy connecting to the story of the splitting of the Red Sea, how the Israelites found themselves stuck in between the Egyptians that wanted to kill them and the Red Sea, and the miracle of splitting the Red Sea happened, and they were able to go through and beyond nature. But that story represents for each one of us the need for daily allowing ourselves to access, to experience, and to appreciate reality beyond nature. Do you want to live logical life and the ups and downs of logical life? Or do you want miraculous life and every day more and more and more? So step number one, definitely part of our daily meditation and intention and prayers after gratitude and appreciation of the miracles that I already have in my life, asking, please the Creator, I'm open and I'm willing to do the work, and we'll speak yet about the work I'm willing to do, but I'm open for the dimension of miracles that you are sharing with me, and please help me to break the walls of my logic that limit my vessel. So that's step number one. What would you say step number two?
I know I may answer your question anyway. While you were talking, I was thinking that so many people, is it okay to ask for miracles? A lot of people think, I live an okay life, and there are people who are in much worse circumstances for me. I'm not going to ask for miracles for myself. I'm going to pray for them. Or who am I to ask for more when I'm okay? I'm doing relatively okay in my life. And so that teaching from the Kabbalists, I mean, for me, my tendency is also to kind of think, I'm good. I'm going to pray for everybody else. The real revolution, or even in a way to call it leap of faith, is the knowledge that the Kabbalists give us that each one of us is here to live in an unlimited way. That it's not, don't call in a favor with God when you really need it and save it for when you really need it. Don't waste it on this. It really is that if we are not constantly unlimiting ourselves, expanding, elevating, healing, transforming, we're actually not doing what we're here to do. There's that concept that the Kabbalists teach about bringing light into everywhere that we go, expanding the confines of holiness is what they call it, the boundaries, bringing, right? You are living an okay life, and you should be grateful, and you should feel appreciation for the goodness that you have. But the reality is, the greater the goodness you experience, the greater the goodness you can provide to the world around you. So we need to be careful, I think, not shrink ourselves to like that idea of unlimiting, right? Really living in limitless reality means my desire is also part of the equation, and to let go of the guilt or the small-mindedness I might have of what I'm here to do and how much I can accomplish, and really expand my perception into exactly what you said, that we're meant to live a supernatural existence. Now, that doesn't mean we need to teleport from here to Japan for a nice sushi dinner. What it means is that I am so much more powerful than I realize. And in a very practical sense, it's not, positive thinking. What can I do? What actions can I take? How can I leave behind the limitations of my mind and my perceptions so that I can live in this unlimited reality? And I know when I say unlimited reality, it sounds like a superhero movie or something like that. It can be anything from, living in the experience of always being in the right place at the right time. Now, according to Kabbalah, we know that we're always where we need to be exactly when we're there, but we all have those moments where we feel connected in the flow, the dynamic, everything seems to be falling into place. We are meant to live every day like that.
Absolutely.
The connection and to see the miracles and the magic of life. So I think part of this reality, and of course, it's always going to fall in the month of Aquarius, because Aquarius they have this unlimited perception, right? We sit down and we think, how can we step out of the box? They don't even see a box to step out of. There's no boundaries. There's no limitations. So I really think that part of what this week is asking us to do is to look at those patterns and beliefs that keep us from stepping into our next level of greatness, our next level of experiencing more joy and fulfillment. Because if you're more joyous and more fulfilled, doesn't every single person who you cross paths with benefit from that?
Exactly. And I think just to elaborate, joy, fulfillment, magic in every area of their life, magic in the heart, magic in the business, magic and as you said, Elisheva, the context of connecting to miracles is as a conduit to receive for the sake of sharing. Without that intention, no blessings will last. And I'm not really connecting with the Creator. I'm connecting with my own agenda, with hoarding, with receiving. It's interesting. What is the symbol of the month of Aquarius? It's the bucket. It's the bucket. What is the Kabbalah saying? The bucket, that you carry water in the bucket. Kabbalistically, the water represents the light of the Creator, all the blessings of the Creator, magic, miracles. And we are holding the bucket and just we pouring it and giving it over. So it says, Kabbalistically, those who truly understand that we are just a bucket and I'm here to transfer the blessings that inside the bucket to others, living unlimited. Everything is possible. So as long as I'm looking at every aspect of my life, I'm just a bucket. It's not just I'm receiving miracles. I'm allowing miracles to receive and to pass them. So that's number one. Now, we'll speak about few essential ingredients to actually open ourselves to this mindset to allow miracles. The next one is, there is a dimension right in this very moment. In the Kabbalistic language, they call it the level of Keter, the highest level. In this very moment of miraculous reality that meant for me today in various areas in my life. And that's what I want to access. It's not just God, I want a miracle and then He send me and change circumstances. No. Every day, there's a new miraculous reality that meant for me, bypassing the limited expectation that I have. And when you ask for the miracles, don't ask for what you want because it's dangerous. You want to ask to access the unlimited reality that only the Creator sees, that it's a win-win as far as every aspect of my life. And it's taking in all the consideration of all the needs and all the needs of others. I want the real miracle. And the fact that I don't know exactly how it looks, and sometimes we have a vision of inspirations, of trust that it exists, but I don't know exactly it will manifest to a major break in the business or to just great moment of inspirations and feeling of who knows how that miracles will manifest, or a person that you will meet today, or a phone call that you're gonna get. So that's the next thing. Every day, I want to access this miraculous reality that available, not will happen. It's already here today and now. Please, Creator, open my heart, my soul, my mind to access the unlimited miracles. And I recognize few areas in my life that I'm thinking small. And in that areas, I know there's so much more. In the areas of fears, in the areas it's impossible, in the areas when I'm desperate, please God, only this I want. That's a clue to know you need to ask for something bigger than your desperation.
I think that some of the greatest miracles come not externally, not in something tangible or measurable, but with our own experience of life. And so many times I hear from people that, again, like you said, they're open to breaking free of whatever limited perceptions. They're asking for the continuous connection to the light of the Creator beyond logic. But the real miracle happens when you find yourself in a familiar situation, a repetitive pattern, a dynamic, a power struggle, some sort of conflict, and you are not affected the way you were at this time last year or the last time you interacted with this person, that through your own, I think that one of the reasons people don't experience a more miraculous reality is the perception that a miracle is life-saving, right? Like something dramatic and drastic. And that idea of living a life that is full of daily miracles, yeah, I spoke to somebody yesterday who told me that their office was broken into, and hers was the only, when I say office, meaning let's say a floor of offices for the company, her office was the only one that wasn't broken into. And it's not that she didn't have, checks written out to vendors or credit card numbers, or she was even telling me she had someone had sent her a gift of a beautiful crystal liquor, whatever. They didn't open her door. Now, why didn't they open her door and they opened up the other 30 offices and took whatever was there? My perception was, my understanding of the scenario was, she is focused on living in a realm of miracles, not being desperate and needy when things don't look good. So I feel like this is a more, even looking at what the Israelites went through, right? That feeling of there's no air to breathe. Death is that way and death is this way. Which way do we go? The reality is, and I think that that's the message that the Creator gave them, that the Creator is giving to us this week, is you have what you need within you to create a miraculous life. You do need to make maximum effort. You do need that certainty, that leap of faith, that expansive mindset that allows you to live in a way, in a different dimension than the people around you, right? That one office versus all the other people, right? Was it in the same physical space? Absolutely. But the chaos doesn't need to be a part of your reality if that's your mindset. And that, Eitan, you said it before, the idea that I'm not asking for my, the $5 billion deal to go through because I need to pay the bills and I want more money. If I can think of all the desires that I have and how to inject that intention of the more I have, the more blessing, the more joy, the more health, the more love that I have, the more I can give. That's a greater incentive. You really turn yourself into a conduit for that energy. So in a way, looking at, that transaction between us as the vessel and the Creator as the source, right? How can you make yourself into the most worthy, expansive, unlimited vessel to express the light of the Creator in the world. That's really, miracles follow a person who's of that mindset. So
a mindset that you don't settle for less. The Rav Berg always said it. When things are amazing and everything flowing for you, if you're not pushing your vessel to your next level, to grow spiritually, to grow physically, to grow in every aspect of your life, to go to the next actually level of consciousness, you're settling for less. And then comes the other hidden fear. When the other shoe will drop. When you create a roof, has to be declined. The next ingredient is what we call in Hebrew Mesirut Nefesh, or the translated right is giving up something. And what does it mean practically? Face your fears. Face your fears in the direction of be there for someone else. Face your fears. You know it's the right thing to do, but you're afraid to do. You know you need to move forward. You know you need to open up. You know you need to take that risk. You know you need to say goodbye to someone even though you don't feel so safe. What's going to be? You have to give up something. Because if you're not giving up something, you're still confined and controlled by logic. What am I giving up? I'm not really giving up. I'm giving up the logical perception of my safety. So when I'm giving beyond my comfort zone, and it looks like it takes away from my time and my energy because I have things I have to issue, when you really realize what am I giving up is the illusion about what and what about me. And I'm unconditionally going beyond that comfort. And we're afraid to go there. Why are we afraid? Because my logic will tell me I'm going to have less. I'm risking something. And I'm not suggesting just risk. Because there's a risk of a gambler, or the risk that coming from in my soul, I know, move forward, do the act, start your new business, give away, let go, trust, wish well. But my ego doesn't let me. So then I know, risk, give up the ego, illusionary perceptions and protection and safety in order to enter to the zone that the unlimited wings of the Creator takes me. So that's the question I need to ask myself when I want to access miracle. What am I giving up today? What comfort am I giving up today? What fears am I facing today? Imagine the gift that I'm afraid, like for the Israelite, it means that actually only few of them, or one, moved towards the water until the water reached over his nose. It means for him, it was walking through the water. For us, is out walking through our uncomfortable situations and conversations and confrontation. So I say I won't be on logic. Am I willing to act beyond logic and facing my fears? Because in order to ignite and to create a portal between where I'm at to this unlimited dimension called Keter of the miracles, I have to face my fears, but for the sake of sharing. It means towards a positive action. Not just facing my fear and spending all my money in a stock that hopefully it will work out.
No, I think what you're saying is really important, because the act of surrendering or being willing to give up on something, it's really, I think that's what the Creator was saying to the Israelites, and that's what the Creator is saying to us this week, is to the degree that you will be able to go against your nature, to that degree, nature will be overridden for you.
Beautiful.
That not self-awareness, let's call it. I need to know that my tendency is to overthink and to worry and to lose sleep. If I can let go of that, meaning sometimes just going against that tendency is huge for people. It doesn't have to be something, I think that the idea of surrender, the idea of letting go by itself is scary enough. But if you can be conscious of your own nature and how you keep yourself small and where the limitations are, and you can say, you know what, I'm not going to go there today. I'm going to let the light of the Creator handle it, even though you will feel every 5 minutes your thoughts going there again, checking the email again, like finding a way to create an illogical outcome by you yourself behaving in an illogical way. And to really know that the outcome isn't even determined yet. You're really creating it as you step into that area of surrender or letting go. You're to the degree that you can let go, you're allowing a miracle at that degree to come back your way. So I think it's really important that we find not only the openness within to allow ourselves to have that connection, not only to be able to identify what are the beliefs or the mindsets that I have that keep me small or settling for less, or like you said, waiting for the other shoe to drop, but also in what way can I today do something supernatural for me, illogical, against my nature. And we're not talking about, sometimes people do things that are risky, or like you said, putting it all into one stock, or, sending a text to somebody and then shutting your phone off, right? Like, we're not talking about the kind of daring things that can be reckless or irresponsible. We're talking about being able to give up a part of ourselves, even if it's for a day or 2 days or a week, that limits us, that isn't connected, that doesn't stem from the unlimited soul that each one of us is. So I'm really excited to see what happens this week for everyone as a result of stepping into that new reality.
Beautiful.
Anything else you want to share before we sign off for the week?
Just practically this week, every day, ask yourself, how can I give today beyond my normal self? Like customers feels amazing when he feel the experience of under-promising, over-delivery. Yes? Forget about customer. Think about you. How do actually I deliver energy, love, giving, phone calls, money, gifts, attentions, effort, listening beyond my normal self? Look at yourself. Normally, I will be nice and just make this phone call. But how do I do something which is beyond expected, over-delivery? Which when I look at myself, wow, it's not the typical me. To access the realms of miracles.
And for those of you that are listening, if you experience something extraordinary, I should say when you experience something extraordinary as a result of doing this work, we want to hear about it. One of the things we haven't done in a really long time is to share those stories, those experiences. It's so inspiring. And I just encourage everyone to send us a message. You can do that on weeklyenergyboost.com or on social media. Reach out to us. Let us know how you're using what we're sharing and what happens as a result. Weekly Energy Boost is available on all podcast platforms, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. You can follow us there for additional content on how to live what we talk about every week. You can also visit our website, weeklyenergyboost.com, where you can send us a message, explore our archives, look at the things that we think are interesting and important for our listeners to know about, as well as click the donate button to continue to support all the great work that we're doing here. And of course, share this episode. The more people that have this mindset, the more dramatic a shift we will experience on a global level. And we'll see you next week on the Weekly Energy Boost.